Nigeria leads Africa, adopts national carbon market framework ahead of United Nations 30th session in Brazil.
Nigeria stands ready to take its rightful place as a global leader in climate action.
House of Representatives opens investigation into excessive taxation and deductions by banks.
Nigerians' disposable income, causing more hardship to Nigerians.
Also on the news, PFAS global pharmaceutical giant to produce life-saving reproductive health products in Nigeria.
The top 2 manufacturers of bed nets in the world are European, and both have identified local Nigerian partners and are mobilizing resources to establish facilities.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Lami Ali, and this is the NTA Network News live from Abuja. Tonight, the top stories shaping the nation. From Lagos, Hingino John Adams reports from the nation's commercial nerve center, where economic activities continue to drive national growth. In business, Benny Adams analyzes the markets, monetary trends, and major developments impacting the financial sector. So, Benny, what's up?
Well, aside the trends in the market, is sharing news that fiscal and tax reforms are beginning to trickle in, with so much gains being benefited by Nigerians more than ever, says Taiwo Oyedele. For details, stay tuned for more.
And in the sports corner, Bade Adele highlights of outstanding performances, new records and victories making headlines in the world of sports.
Well, Lami, the weekend is here. It's time for league football action. And of course, it's been raining awards when it comes to the NTA Sports family, as some veterans are in for some.
Stay with us. This newscast is streaming live on our website, nta.ng/live. NTA is also on X as NTA News Now, and you can also follow us across other social media platforms. Our other handles are displayed. Now the news begins. Ahead of the 30th session of the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Brazil, President Tinubu has approved the adoption of a national framework to establish and manage Nigeria's participation in carbon markets. Brilla reports that this framework will enable Nigeria to unlock $3 billion annually in carbon finance within 10 years.
Of the National Council on Climate Change, and approvals followed a presentation by the National Council on Climate Change aimed at operationalizing the Climate Change Fund and the restoration of the agency to the budget line. Tinubu, represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the meeting, said the approvals were part of measures to properly position Nigeria to leverage opportunities in the global carbon market and be more active in climate change ecosystem. The meeting is also setting the agenda for Nigeria ahead of the forthcoming 30th United Nations Climate Change Conference, scheduled for Belém, Brazil, to harness all the opportunities for financing climate-resilient projects and related interventions, particularly from the global carbon market.
Through the renewed Hope agenda, this administration has placed strong emphasis on building a new economy for Nigeria, an economy that is green, just, and people-centered. Nigeria stands to take its rightful place as a global leader in climate action, ensuring that our voice and our realities are heard and respected in institutions.
And we're ready and move on. Nigeria is.
The Council expressed commitment to provide the technical leadership and coordination needed to translate Nigeria's climate goal to results, as the nation is now eligible to access rounds of finance from
the National Assembly investigation into deduction of taxes and charges from the earnings of civil and public servants. The House Committee set up also invested bank country. Lawmakers at an inaugural event has become imperative. Numerous complaints received from citizens about consistencies in back charges, taxes.
From salaries to, at the end of the day, you cannot be able to pay their household. Where are those money? That is why we are here. Some agencies to cooperate.
These deductions have disposable income, causing more hardship. Nigerians are crying out to say, please do this on.
At the end of the exercise, we'll be able to see that the interest of and civil servants is well.
The representatives is practices, whether in government banking, in principles of justice and equity. Of states' electricity markets, the federal government is developing national electricity regulatory clarity. Minister Adelabu said the move to and boost the electricity market. Report.
With the Nigerian electricity regulation as the umpire, now the new electricity which on board came with changes which take converge to future.
The federal government and policy framework, the state now have the autonomy to act. The private sector has the capital and the innovation to.
The pace of electricity will only accelerate and by technology. Our policy continued to evolve with these changes.
The creation of a fund, which is meant to be a fund that will support any private investors that will be willing to invest in our mission network.
With the theme for a sustainable future, the session has input from former Minister for Commission and other industry players. Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
With the rural electrification of Nigeria for sustained renewable communities and government facilities, Babagana Umar Zulum stated this when he was the Rural Electrification Agency of Nigeria, led Managing Director Abba Abubu, a visit at the government house in Maiduguri. Muhammad Guni reports.
The visit by the Managing Director of the Rural Electrification Agency, Abba Abubakar Aliu, and his team was at the instance of Governor Zulum comprehensive roundtable discussion bordering on sustained electrification of the state. Governor Bagana Umar Zulum, who noted Borno's potential for solarization with about 13 hours, especially during hot season, said the state government will provide the needed political will and commitment to drive the process.
It's now the current legislative. This is something very important. I started working on it and how the state will start.
200 of them are going to be interconnected mini grids, and the remaining are going to be isolated mini grid.
The Managing Director who presented the entire frame of the project incentive private investors no state, as they always choose where to go. The government to the agency on facility tour to Maiduguri Water Plant, Bola Secondary School, State Specialist Hospital, Mega Renewable Energies Charging Point, Jimtilo Industrial Hub Investigation. At all the places visited, state officials and the Rural Electric Agency officials rub minds on the facility, how the agency will bring up for a sustainable the Integrated Renewable Energy Initiative in Maiduguri, Mahmoud Goni.
The federal government and the union through the for unlocking the healthcare value chain have signed 3 memoranda of understanding to strengthen healthcare distribution, supply and local manufacturing area. Between the German pharmaceutical giants Bayer, Nigeria's Medics, reproductive health products actually for a number of states to ensure enhanced distribution of pharmaceutical products for the public market, manufacturing capacity for essential reproductive health products, and articulated technology transfer of selected technologies and manufacturing steps to Nigeria. The Nigeria EU Health Investment Forum in Abuja themed Nigeria Made for Health coordinator the partnership would significantly enhance production of healthcare into a market currently valued at $4 billion.
For example, the top in the world, European, and both and are mobilized established to use as hubs for the wider Africa region.
Today, we are looking at a potential pipeline of 150 million euros, which together with the 80 million euros that we are launching today, brings for the government over 130 million.
Following President Bola Tinubu's directive to provide free healthcare for low-income pensioners under the Contributory Pension Scheme, it's a new dawn for retirees as a competent board of trustees has been inaugurated to oversee the pilot pension industry healthcare initiative known as PenCare. Maria Adu-Zakari has the details.
Many pensioners have had to choose between paying hospital bills and meeting daily needs. But that may soon change. This is the Pension Commission in collaboration with licensed pension operators are joining us to fund free healthcare services for retirees across the country.
Do you know that to buy insulin to handle a diabetic pensioner costs almost 13,000 naira for a pensioner to buy an insulin?
At the initial stage, about 20 pensioners are expected to benefit from the scheme.
Members of this board have been carefully selected for their integrity, competence, deep professional experience in the pension, health, and finance sectors.
Let's start the pilot, or perhaps so to speak. And the whole idea is to see, can we start with the most vulnerable?
The initiative will serve as a corporate social responsibility effort for both PenCom and the licensed pension operators, aimed at supporting beneficiaries of the Contributory Pension Scheme. Maria Adu-Zakari, NTA News.
Nigerian youths have been to ditch for dialogue as the government readies seats for them. The negotiation table, stakeholders on youth matters stated this as the Youth National Discourse Abuja 25, organized by the Young Cares Leadership Foundation in Olanko reports.
Innovation of any country is a powerful driver of innovation and sustainable growth, and Nigeria is no exception.
Protest comes from when our voices are not heard. So if our voices are heard, there will not be a place of protest.
This National Youth Dialogue, From Protest to Dialogue, redefining youth engagement for national transformation, is a testament to this fact.
Our progress as a country will not come from the street of protest, but one, from to dialogue. Protest is part of democracy, but dialogue sustains progress.
It is a movement, a platform to brainstorm, to connect, and to chart a realistic path for national transformation.
With respect to
Securing dialogue is essential. The citizenry can have views, and of course,
the panelists discuss issues surrounding political pattern, building trust and inclusion through digital identity. Olayinka Ojo, News.
As Nigerians look forward to 2027 General Assembly, making the voices of young people heard. This resonates during the two-day Youth Summit 2025, organized by the National Institute for Legislation in collaboration with Lead Africa and partners in Abuja. Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports.
To 2027, spreading digital innovation to deepen citizens' participation and inclusiveness. The summit coincides with the 10th anniversary of World Youth Skills Day. For the speakers, Nigeria stands at a pivotal moment in its democratic journey, with the youth that constitutes over 60% of the population becoming a powerful force for change.
The next chapter of our national identity.
In the ministry, we are deeply committed to positioning Nigerian youth to the forefront of the digital revolution.
This summit is not just an event, it is a call to action, an opportunity to reimagine and reshape the ways in which young people can and must be included in the governance processes that will shape our collective future.
Others are of the conviction that harnessing the digital space for youth political engagement and participation will push for actionable reforms and build stronger support systems for greater political representation. In Abuja, Muhammad Rabi, NTA News.
We pause now for a break. Stay tuned for more stories.
It's a road much more as from other states, Bauchi, Jos, through. Daga hime gamna mai bala buni ya zo ya hare mana hawaye yana mana fly over a garin Damatur ta jihar Yobe.
We cannot compromise, and at the same time we want to have value for our money.
They have expected the road completion is about 50 to 60% because all this the lateral work, all hydraulic system.
Hanya mun dauko ka sai mun kai samar ko kana ana ba ta lokaci mun taso awa kai lokacin ai hanya ba wai an yi kwana daya ko biyu za mu wuce amma samun hanya ya samu sauki ko da yaushe za mu iya zuwa.
In the beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps from sunrise to sundown. Deals keep, and behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodima's leadership turns those into reality, transformations that feels like a miracle. But it's needs, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. A million young trained to the future. Orashi rise, so does Imo. Hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
Attention, all foreign nationals in Nigeria. Did you miss the expired visa that September? Don't panic. NIS you covered. The Post-Amnesty Voluntary Return and Documentation Program is now open. Starting from October 13, 2025, if you walk into the nearest for registration and documentation, treated with fairness and to arrest, detention, and the long-term individual companies and organizations are also reminded that harboring of irregular migrants is a serious offense under Nigeria's immigration laws. Stop such acts now to avoid prison. choice today. Come forward. Side of the law. Compliant legal. This message is from the
Black and white deodorant. Protection. But what does that mean? 120 dances with skin as smooth as the moves. Stain and protection. Nivea white deodorant. Skin is for embracing life. Nivea is for skin.
No buy am. But why? No see say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal.
Use a Big Bull holographic tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape, this is to get the premium product from Big Bull rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on or is broken. Big Bull rice, tasty rice, nourished you.
Breakfast. Since last child the whole day. By halftime, they are low on energy. That's why break time is the right time to energize. It's that break time energy. Helps keep your champ in the game.
Pack the nourishing energy of Milo into the lost every and go further.
World needs moms. With a splash of Golden Terra Oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Real family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra Oil, pour pure love.
Is in the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan 25 to build a digitally driven, performance-based and citizen-centered civil service through the Enterprise Content Management Solution. This was part of President Bola Tinubu's message delivered by the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Didi Esther Wilson-Jack, at the 57th International Conference and Exhibition of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management. Tokpe Alabi was there.
The federal government, under the National Talent Export Program, is training 3 million new generation of digital professionals to drive Nigeria's knowledge economy competitiveness. The Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria, CIP, harnessing creative energy to power a new industrial digital revolution. A nationwide 2025 quiz and essay writing competitions among universities is also unveiling a mobile app as part of its digital initiatives to enhance learning and membership services.
The future of work is not about machines replacing people. It is about people becoming more human in the age of machines.
As we progress, the convergence to build public-private integrated in terms of HR will be achieved very soon.
Recent data from the National Bureau of Statistics indicates that Nigeria's total labor force is approximately 1.35 million in 2024, ages between 15 and 64, making the country's capacity not just as a national but an exportable resource. With an exhibition designed to showcase Nigeria's HR firms, this CIPM gathering is hinged on reimagining the new world of work.
I am continually on conversations that connect people to national strategy. So you are managing
the International Conference is a huge success.
Reform CIPS is for professionals of resilience and the
colorful of the immediate Chief of Defense Staff, marking the end of an illustrious military career. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa captured the event at Mogadishu cantonment in Abuja.
Left, right, of the parade and the tone of the combined military band set in the solemn yet celebratory. Serving service chiefs, family members, friends and well-wishers gathered to witness the symbolic and sacred military tradition marking the end of a distinguished of the Chief of Defence Staff, General Christopher Musa. His journey began precisely 39 years and the nation's defense. During his in office, General Musa spearheaded decisive military and led to the surrender of more than 90,000 terrorists and their families, depleted the Lakura terror and dismantled criminal net across the country. In his valedictory speech, steadfast, reminding them defeat is temporary, but victory.
As a uniform, I do so conscious, knowing that I gave my all. I live with cherished memories of camaraderie, of battles fought, and of triumphs celebrated as one family. The sound of the bugle might change for me, but the soldier's heart beats on forever.
Is the end of an era for the former Chief of Defence Staff, General Christopher Musa, born in 1967 and joined the NDA in 1986 as a member of the 18th Regular Corps. From the Mogadishu cantonment here in Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
In a strategic move to enhance operational efficiency in line with the command philosophy of the new Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Aneke, the Nigerian Air Force has comprehensively redeployed senior officers. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
I wish to assure all officers and airmen that I shall continue from where my predecessors stopped in the quest to attain the required posture that will guarantee Nigeria the security and stability necessary for development and peaceful coexistence.
Following his assumption of office as the 23rd Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Aneke has set the ball rolling with the appointment of branch chiefs. Air Commodore Ehime Ejodame, the Director of Public Relations and Information, confirmed the postings approved by as the 23rd Chief of Air Staff as designed to optimize command effectiveness and force mission readiness across headquarters and Air Force commands and units. The reshuffle places seasoned leaders in key positions to drive NAVSCO objectives. It is intended to sustain the momentum of transformation and usher in an era of thermo-adaptive air operations, fully reflecting the Chief of the Air Staff's vision for a purposeful and progressive force. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
In other news, Imo State Governor Uzodimma says democracy and good governance are the permanent panacea to the security challenges besieging African nations. Delivering a lecture at the National Institute for Security Studies, he said that when good governance thrives, the conditions that security will diminish. Dennis Adekunloye reports.
In his lecture to the participants of Executive Intelligence Management Course 18 at the National Institute for Security Studies, Governor Uzodimma urged African leaders to adopt the model of good governance being created by the President Bola Tinubu administration, significantly reduce the disruptive activities of non-state actors in the country.
The relationship between government and the governed is defined and determined by performance. So when the people see, they believe, and when they believe, they follow.
He said President Tinubu had long discovered the strategy that is resulting in the not making in combat urgency military.
When this subsidy, it was not this subsidy came with evidence. You can see how the thing has resulted to our people. That all the serious subnational governments, none will now say there has no more of them.
It's up to the challenges, standing that is inseparable from governance, economic opportunity, and justice. The ceremony was by intelligence chiefs from different parts of Africa.
Now, zoning political offices in Nigeria is a practice aimed at ensuring regional balance and inclusivity. It, however, remains a deep issue against the backdrop of competence. Steve Lonai Nwokulu,
this issue, these respondents argue that it's unity and gives all zones a sense of belonging in governance. However,
whether you zone or not, there are competent people in all the zones. Parties should look more at what yardstick they have for measuring competence.
Zoning is to reduce the tension. It is very nice, but you cannot away competence. Rather, those that are at the position to bring the presidency must look inward and bring out a very competent and sound person for the entire country.
Many citizens are calling for a shift from identity-based politics towards competence-driven leadership in Onitsha. Steve Lonai Nwokulu, NTA News.
Abuja has the National Commission, INEC, from recognizing the aim of the forthcoming 2025 convention of the People's Democratic Party. The presiding judge, Justice James Omotosho, gave the order while delivering judgments in a suit challenging the legality of the convention. The court predicated the failure of PDP to comply with relevant conditions and laws for the conduct of such conventions. The court held evidence from the electoral and some of the respondents showed that congresses were not held in some states of the federation in breach of the law. Justice Omotosho held that the failure of the PDP to comply with the law has put the planned convention in jeopardy and subsequently advised the PDP to do the needful before going ahead with the convention. In the light of this, the court restrained INEC from receiving, publishing or recognizing the outcome of the convention slated for Ibadan until the law has applied with. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party has its ears appalled by the of the Federal High Court Abuja, presided over by Justice Kola, National Publicity Secretary Debo Lugunagba, in a statement explains that the judgment of the court does not vitiate its ability to proceed with the processes and activities towards the National Convention to elect new national officers to pilot the affairs of the party for the next 4 years. It notes further that the recent judgment of the Supreme Court affirms supremacy of the political party in the management of internal affairs. The PDP therefore charges its members, chapters and organs to remain steadfast and focus on preparations towards the holding of the National Convention of the party. The statement emphasizes PDP's commitment to the rule of law and has directed its lawyers to take immediate action to appeal the judgment in an effort to uphold, defend and promote multi-party democracy in the country. Lagos is where we go next to continue the news as Hingino brings us details from that. And Hingino, you're on.
Welcome to Lagos. Water hyacinths are always a source of danger on waterways, from causing accidents, threatening aquatic lives, to economic activities. To stop the spread, the National Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA, has begun its annual water hyacinth clearance in Lagos. Lanre Bele witnessed the exercise and now reports.
This massive spread of water hyacinth seems beautiful to an unsuspecting onlooker, but the dangers that come with it, it's better imagined than experienced.
You're looking at the sea covered by water that due to this water hyacinth.
Every year from July to December, most of the inland waterways and jetties are invaded by water hyacinth, becoming a menace to captains and their boats, clogging and knocking engines. This equipment clearing up the hyacinth is called the swamp devil, often used by the nation waterways to clear the path for boat movement.
Water hyacinth is an invasive aquatic weed. It is causing a lot of menace on our waterways. It's always water conservation, navigation, fisheries, and so on and so forth on the waterways. You can see that we have deployed machineries here. It's for safety of water users, safety of boat owners' boats, because their boats, if allowed to get licensed.
This exercise, NIWA says, will be carried out in all jetties and waterways across Lagos State.
There is ongoing on how to use water hyacinth for other things, because research is that it can be some things like things when it's dehydrated and converted. But for inland water, we speak in Lagos, Larry, Ilayi, NTA News.
The Nigeria LNG has unveiled another initiative to discover talents and create Nigerian culture. Bolaji Akim, who was at a press conference where the Nigeria Prize for Creative Arts was officially presented, reports that the theme for the first edition is identity.
Designed to complement existing in literature and science, the Nigeria Prize for Creative excellence, artistic contributions, and celebrate outstanding Nigerian creativity. With $20,000 as prize money, NLNG General Manager, External Relations and Dr. Oswald explained that the Nigeria creativity is about telling Nigeria in a documentary film.
The time is right now to recognize the amazing work, creativity that we're seeing young people in the creative arts space, but where is it that we even need to direction, and that is in the area of documentary film, and give young people the opportunity to tell the story.
Who are by the Nigeria Prize for Creative, who is multiple award-winning filmmaker Joel Benson, speaks on the criteria for the participants.
The prize is interested in stories that reflect on belonging, transformation, heritage, whether
and steadfast in its commitment to uphold the highest standards of excellence and integrity.
The award entry organizers say is open to any young Nigerian documentary filmmaker between the ages of 18 and 35, and it covers work done in April 2024 to April 2026. The prize will officially be in 2026, while the official call for entries will be in February 2026. Lagos, Bolaji Akim, NTA News.
That's all from Lagos. The news will be back with Busy Benny on the business segment after the break.
Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to
the only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Tomato paste, the taste of Nigeria.
My morning Life Made Furniture's whole house customization designs every piece to perfection. I love that in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Ibadan, and Kano, there's Life Made Furniture.
For a whole house customization and furniture projects, call 081 2000 6000 or visit elifemade.com. Life Made.
No lie, yo. Food waste with na money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh.
Introducing the new Devon King's Soya Vegetable Oil, available in stores near you.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks 2 weeks. New and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
The energy from breakfast doesn't last my child the whole day.
by halftime, they are low on energy. That's why break time is the right time to re-energize. It's that break time energy that helps keep your champ in the game.
Pack the nourishing energy of Milo with a great taste into the lunchbox every day. Milo, energy to go further. Milo!
Taste.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble. That's why helpful to breakfast and makes it easy. You know you have fresh breath. I have confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its real action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. Confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
What makes a true leader in the game? Is it for over a decade, one name has always led in front. That name is Bet Naija. Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One-Up, Bet Boom. Not just features, with unbeatable odds on over 300,000 live matches, you're playing to win. Just another reason why Bet Naija is truly Nigeria's #1.
What makes you without it I'm incomplete?
Good to know you're still here and you're on to Africa's largest TV network, the NTA. It's time to talk business. Now, fuel won't take effect until Naira strengthens oil prices. Oil Daily explained that although the fuel charge is aware current economic conditions would only increase hardship for Nigeria, in that the surcharge originally introduced during the former President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration was designed to channel part of the fuel revenues into road repairs, with 40% allocated for federal roads, 60%
position from almost our money got generated. They need to service debt. Debt service now is under 60%. It's still high, but it's going down very fast. From a net position of under $4 billion in our reserve, we now have more than $23 billion. From NNPC saying the Federation is owing them money, NNPC just released their result for September. They said this year alone, they have remitted $10 trillion to the Federation account. That's over $7 billion.
Now, a critical aspect of this reform is the elimination of service, which continue to inflate the cost of transportation of goods in our country. If you look at the inflation figures critically, food inflation is major of inflation in Nigeria. And if you look at food inflation, transportation is the driver.
Oyedele emphasized that the aim to simplify Nigeria's complex tax system, transparency, and ensure that revenues are efficiently distributed across federal and local governments, paving the way for a sustainable structure. The markets at this time, it's a mission as it draws to reflect the diverse economic fucking halls of Lagos, mining houses of Johannesburg, and the history markets of investors grapple with inflation concerns, domestic reforms, as well as shifting global prices. The Nigerian market saw financial as well as oil and gas stocks losing, potentially due to profit taking or concerns around consumer spending power. And looking at South Africa, the Johannesburg stock market closed slightly lower, with heavyweight tech and consumer such as sparse weight on the overall index. And the Tunisia index is also poised for continued moderate growth driven by positive momentum in its maturity export sectors. Investors will watch for signs of economic reforms and increase investment to sustain the rally, especially given the positive sentiment around potential for increased trade with Nigeria and other African partners. Well, that is it on business at this time. Lami, it's nice doing business with you.
Thank you, Benny, for those insightful market reports. Now, the rich cultural heritage of Eleme Kingdom came alive as communities in Incha Eleme gathered at the market square for the annual wrestling festival, also known as Egelege. Ijoma Ugweke reports that the event was graced by One Incha X, King Apollos Chu, no guests who came far and near.
That grand entrance of Onenche X, His Royal Highness King Apollos Chu, accompanied by his queen and the chiefs of various communities in Inchia into the wrestling arena, signaled the commencement of the festival. The significance went beyond entertainment, as it also served as a way of showcasing the community's strength, unity, and cultural identity. The rest dressed in adorned with raffia and small bells that jingled as they moved. The atmosphere was lively with music and dance, adding to the excitement. The competition was fierce, with wrestlers engaging in intense matches. In the end, the winners were rewarded with prizes presented by the Onenche X, King Apollos Chu.
What we are witnessing here today in Inchia is what used to be our ancient culture. Yes. This is our tradition. Yes. This is who we are.
Traditional ruler, our value, our job is just a simple one. Our job is to promote the culture and then secure the culture and promote it, secure it for the next generation. And what happened today is one of our value, one of our culture, one of our tradition, that the younger one of all sizes, of all ages, they are all here and they are seeing it. I will not be here forever, but I need to secure it for them. That's what our forefathers have been practicing, and that is our value. That's what we call us Eleme man.
The 2025 Eleme Wrestling Festival was a resounding success, a testament to the community's commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. From Eleme, Ijoweke, News.
Sports news and more after the break.
Guys, ready?
Suitable for jollof rice, stew, spaghetti, and yam porridge. Cooked to impress.
Good, tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Smart Balance. Smart Balance rice bran oil is rich in gamma-oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma-oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Oil. Good food, no worries.
Again. That's what we see, welcome, my friend. Kids.
Why do you do it? Your husband and children are looking good. See my own children.
Hi, I don't want to get belly again. I don't want to get belly again, no.
Nana, why not be Lydia IUD Smart? chicken, you can afford and speak to 10 years, and you can still give birth you want. Just call 7790. That is the freedom and enjoyment. Enjoyment mistress. Thanks.
Imagine lovely you can cook with ingredients, but no guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Terra Gold. 1 cube, endless possibilities.
Experts deliberate on Nigeria's exit from Action Task Force. And for Nigeria into how investor confidence, increase capital inflow, improve Nigeria's global standing, and enhance financial stability. NTA Tuesday Live comes up every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. NTA Tuesday, tough and incisive. Don't.
Bade has the sports update.
Thanks, Lami. Let's begin with some awards coming for outstanding sports administrators, journalists and athletes, and philanthropists. Were all here today in Abuja, honored at the 60th anniversary dinner and award night of the sports writers area at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja, with about 400 eminent Nigerians getting recognized. No fewer than 7 of the NTA sports family individual awards, with veterans like Amid Adio and Abdurrahman Mohammed celebrated. Also honored were Zonal Director NTA Port Harcourt Network Ate, General Manager NTA Sports Kayode Adeniyi, Deputy Director Kende Lamidi, and former NTA Sports reporter Niyo Oyeleke, including event cameraman Niyo Loyede. The National Sports Commission is collaborating with the Chinese Embassy in Nigeria to advance the development of martial sports in the country. In the partnership saw more than 60 martial artists compete in 6 categories of the just concluded Chinese Ambassadors Cup Mixed Martial Arts Championship at the Velodrome of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja. Compared to the exceptional, this teamwork are set to be integrated into grassroots development programs.
Yeah, I really want to appreciate all the players that participated.
It's a new that is coming in the whole world, and our kids are getting another platform to live their dreams.
Moving on, action will take center stage in the Nigeria Premier Football and matches on reigning champions last travel with Our United reverse on underperformance. In England, Burnley host Arsenal in a match that will be live on NTA from 3:30 in the afternoon Saturday, with United hoping to continue with their winning run against Nottingham Forest. Tottenham face Chelsea that perform in Liverpool, entertaining Aston Villa. In Spain, there will be week 9 3 up against Valencia, while in Italy, Napoli host Como, Verona and Milan. AC Milan and AS Roma have of course to settle. Later network news to turn to Lami.
Okay. Saturdays were the 4th
weather updates across cities. Chances of light rains, especially around the coastal inland areas of the south, move from late into afternoon hours. For the central region, conditions should remain, though a few Benue and Taraba may see brief isolated showers. It's largely sunny, but visibility might drop slightly over such as Katsina, Kano, some parts of Jigawa, Yobe,